one of the best things about moving to California so far is that there's good Thai food again. In Arizona, it's just terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. Because I used to live in Seattle, where there's also actually much better Thai food than California.
For like 10 years, I thought I just didn't like Thai food anymore. But now I realize
Yeah, I usually just go to Trader Joe's and get like a $4 burrito.
they have really
Oh.
good frozen rice that you just, it's like in
Yeah.
a bag. That stuff's amazing. Only Trader Joe's. You get it anywhere else, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Nick, my son was on a camping trip just now, and he was so excited. He claimed that he can cook now. I said, "What'd you cook?" He said, "I cook rice in a bag."
Hey.
It's harder than it sounds. It's harder than it sounds.
I know, you guys start somewhere.
That's kind of like how I am now. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Aaron."
totally. That's my level. Someone made me some like fresh vegetables and pasta and gave it to me, and I think I almost cried because I haven't had homemade food in so long.
Sorry.
Rob.
Where are you, Rob? I'll cook you some food.
Seattle? Yeah.
Where?
Seattle.
Seattle.
Oh, okay.
I'll come to you, actually. I'm pretty motivated.
Oh,
by-
much better. Rob, can't wait. Okay.
Cat.
I'm gonna start my quiz, guys.
Oh, cool.
Yay.
Can you see it?
Can you make it bigger?
Make it full
Alright.
screen.
It is,
I was gonna try to buy a bicycle.
did that make a difference?
No, yeah, zoom in. Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Jim had two.
Wow.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to remember the answers now. Let's see. Well, the first question's really easy. Well, oops, I
It's
should put
really short anyway.
Yeah, you can see that for sure.
Uh-huh.
The enlightenment of the Buddhas.
No, it's shorter.
No money.
Yeah, clearly it's shorter.
Enlightenment.
Oh, here's a
Yeah,
hint
wow, that's pretty good, Roxanne.
for bets. Here's a hint that the way I answered it as opposed to. So Geshe Michael said one interpretation of the way the sentence was structured was what you just said, and I had interpreted differently that he felt was also possibly correct.
Nirvana.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, a question that wasn't too hard. Wait a minute. Oh, there's that Zoom bar is blocking me from being able to. There we go. Come on. Tibetan for thing that doesn't deceive you.
Malua.
It's the thing that doesn't. That's right, but it's the thing that doesn't deceive you. I mean, that was close.
Luecha.
Luecha.
It doesn't deceive you.
Right.
Did you just say Luecha?
No, I said Maluecha.
Oh, mi Luecha. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Miluecha.
mi
That was
Luecha.
Melui Chichen. Yeah,
Yeah, they call it mi Luecha. Did you just remember that?
sorry.
Amazing.
Quit it.
Well,
All
you know,
right.
Tim and Gibson are forcing us to up our game, right?
Who is?
Me. I'm the only one who's been lagging behind. I'm the
Yeah.
one who has to catch up.
Is somebody mute yourself, please, if you happen to be speaking Chinese. We are getting a demonstration that the Buddha was speaking literally when he said that things don't start. That's the section of the text we're in. Anybody remember what are the divisions of this section? If you look down at the Tibetan question, that'll give you a hint.
There are two.
I think there's three. Yeah, there are three.
There are three.
There are. Yeah.
The divisions are three. It's this long, so just roughly, you know. and I'll give you a hint. It's about how certain things don't have any self nature.
Roxana said the appearance of ignorance has no nature of its own.
Yes. Keep going.
That's all that she said.
Right. So I bet you can extrapolate based on that, maybe. No, this is more of just a reminder of where the heck we are in the text. It's not a question anybody could remember, but remember this going and stopping?
Jondo.
Yeah, has no nature of its own either. And something else has no nature of its own. Anybody?
Okay.
Stopping, starting,
Hey,
and staying.
Anything else?
You're muted, Geshe-la, I think. Oh, good morning. All right. That's right. Tibetan for going and stopping. I think, Campbell, you just said it, right?
Yeah, Jondo.
Yeah. Joe Doke.
Oh, why did I think it was Drondo? But that's Jondo.
Because that Drong Doke is a phrase that comes up a lot that means overestimate.
Right.
But this is just Dro Doke.
That's Scroke. That's Scroke,
No.
right?
That still has a
Drone
prenatal.
dope too.
No, it's Drone
Drone
Duck.
dope.
Yeah. La
Oh,
da da
yeah,
da.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does the destruction of a thing exist through some nature of its own?
Definitely not.
Okay, good. You got the first part right.
Go on.
What condition does it rely upon?
Starting.
Mm.
What
Definitely.
condition does it rely upon according to the text here?
Oh. Its seeds running out. The seeds for it staying running out.
Yeah, nice. Really good. The seeds for he says it relies upon the condition of the conditions that made the thing stay wearing out. Dokichuyu.
Devil's Playground.
Nice. Yes.
Totally reminds me of like Dana Carvey and the church lady.
You're like Dana Carvey, actually.
Yeah, he's awesome. I met him in Central Park one time. Oh, here we go. Geshe-la, this is the verse that you assigned me.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm getting up a mala. Good.
Oh,
They argue against that things are empty of any self-nature.
Oh,
You see what I mean?
yeah. I mean, that does seem to make, yes.
Yeah, cool. Good.
Mhm.
So they're wrong on both counts. You see what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Duje here? Are they talking about the links of dependence or?
Let me see here.
I just went with factor because it was sufficiently vague, but
yeah, you can say that.
okay.
Yeah. It would have been more comfortable if it was Duce BYAS, right?
Yes.
But it's allowable, but it's not what you would expect. Yeah, this is good. Yep, good. Okay.
Okay. Cool. I will stop. Good morning, boss.
Hey.
Yeah.
Mawa SMRA Samata Marathon rather than accept so much, which would be Kelemba, you might want to say we profess or something like that. You see what I mean?
Yep.
Just a slight, it's just a slight It's just a slight difference, okay?
But look, I mean, and maybe I got the syntax wrong, but Sangye Kilam Tenching Jodunjun Kelang.
Oh, and yeah, you can use that
And-
for accept dependence.
Except
And then
depending
you have
on
to
thus,
say something else for mama.
and thus profess.
Yeah, or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then if you really wanted to be sensitive in the translation, you'd try to connect the three mawas. He's on a mawa roll.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it would take some time to craft that sentence so that there was a parallelism. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And try to, I mean, even the nopos. Oh, there's just two nopos, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
All right. Everyone's sleepy today, but you get a vacation tomorrow. All right, let's go. Let's see where you are. Is it here, Nick? I guess. Yeah.
Can you scroll down a little to after the verse?
Yeah, Nick just
Yeah,
did
that's
the
it.
commentary after that. first.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I did this one.
Okay. So please read. Upala wants to check you.
Uh-huh. Sumpani diam she sok shila.
Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, right. That's what made me laugh.
Yeah, and the third point, I'm doing it for you guys, but you have to learn to do it on your own, which is never walk into a sentence without knowing what the category is. So, don't be satisfied with number 3. Go look it up. Okay.
Yeah.
And here it is. Number 2 was it would be completely terrible if our own Buddhist schools accepted that things could exist through some nature of their own. Okay. That was an assertion that you just translated.
Right.
And now he wants to corroborate that. He wants to say, he wants to assert why that's correct, that it would be so wrong for a Buddhist group to say that things existed by some nature of its own. Okay. And by the way, the commentary is getting very thin.
I know.
So Kappa's speeding up. Okay.
Thank you.
Kind of nice to see that he also ran out of time. Please read, and Ben Kramer can check you, I guess.
And mixed nuts books to publish. Suntiam Zorwa di Dempar Mawa Mirik Bartel. Tetak Dem Miten Nampar Jepe Tsenampar Dempar Marik Mamik Bechir.
Yeah, you guys can translate this.
Form feeling Dempar Mawa Mirik. It would be incorrect to say that this form or that feeling are real.
Good.
Dedak den mi den nampar jepe se nampar par mami pechir, because we don't see that they are real at the time of doing a thorough examination of whether or not they are real.
Good. Boy, thanks a lot. That's yeah, I don't know. He's getting I don't know. He had to go to lunch or something. All right. Please read. Ben, you're still checking.
Nibala Arangshin ki trupa kelang ba la tarte shenwang tu gyor watang Arangshin mebar mawala Tei wang tu mingyor par tempao.
Good. This second category was a little bit hard to find because he didn't count it, but it's back here. Okay. Which is
Oh yeah.
A demonstration of how you either do or don't go under the shenwang
The control of extreme views.
of Tarta.
Extreme.
and extreme views about lupus. Okay, and the idea here, Nick, is he's trying to emphasize that Tarta is a result of Rangshingi Dupa.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not the same thing. Tarta is a necessary consequence of thinking that things have some nature of their own. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
Tarta, what would it be in the kitchen? So you walk in the kitchen.
Yeah. The thinking that he comes from his own side would be
Mupo here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then thinking that he's angry because his pizza didn't have any anchovies on it is going to be the tarta.
Well, Tarta has two extremes, right?
Right. Or thinking that he's not even there at all, so you can hit him with a frying pan and it won't matter.
Yeah. And the second Tarta is normally a result of what?
A bad teaching on emptiness.
Yeah. So you tell your girlfriend, oh, I didn't even have to talk to my husband because there was nobody in the kitchen. I heard that in a DCI class or something, And,
although Master Vimala Kirti will never let that happen again.
yeah. Okay. But the more common Tarta is to think, that he's coming from things that he's not coming from. Did you have a question?
Yeah, when we translated this line, the one you have here in bold, we translated "ng" here as the actual presentation. I mean, we said, oh, this thought it was two parts: the actual presentation and whether or not.
It could be that. We have to go back and see. We're finished with it, whatever it was. Okay, I believe it's the actual presentation that things are not Rangshingi Drupa. Yeah. And now we're dealing with the consequences of believing that things exist on their own side or don't. Okay, from their own side or don't. So 2 parts here. What are they? What's the Shenwang here?
Under the control of.
Yeah, you lose yourself to blah blah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, here we are. Rangshingi Drupakela. Yeah, that's it. You lose yourself to the extreme views from having accepted that things have some nature of their own.
Yes, Tarta is always a consequence of a more fundamental wrong view. Yeah. And then second part.
Okay, teach you that you're not being controlled when you profess no self nature.
Good. And what's the day stand for? Day Wang.
Let's see. Wrong should be about day. Tarta.
Yeah, Tarte Shenwang. Okay.
Yeah.
So he wants you to fill in 3 syllables there.
Tarte Shen.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Please read. This is not an easy sentence. It looks short, but it's not.
Tang pola shende gyurtu tang rang de gyurtu lo.
$20 if you do it right.
Okay. First of all,
framework can help you.
Well, the fact that you said it's tough makes me
not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, shende gyurtu. Well, how is it that we start believing what other schools say, and how is it that we convince ourselves what our schools say, or something like that?
Nah, cancel the bet. In the last sentence, we filled in 3 syllables for day Wang, right? We changed it to Tarte Shenwang. See what I mean?
Yes.
Day Wang was an abbreviation. Day Wang was an abbreviation for Tarte Shen.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Wang. Now he's abbreviated that.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, so how the others
Then fill in.
Tarte Shen Wang to
Shen
Gyor.
Wang
So it's
Shen.
just Gyor.
Yeah,
how-
yeah. He
how other schools-
abbreviated Tarte Shen Wang to Gyur. He
Yeah.
said Gyur.
Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's so clear now.
Yeah, so here we gotta put in read
Tarte
here.
Shen Wang too.
Yeah. Okay. And he's really in a rush. He's really in a rush. I like it. We're gonna get to your next book really fast. Okay.
Yeah.
So how other people fall under the sway of extreme views because they believe things exist through some nature of their own, okay?
Uh-huh.
And then how our own Buddhist schools fall under the sway of extreme views because they think that somehow things have some nature of their own, okay?
Oh, or is it that how we don't, how people
No,
members
because it's subdividing just the number one.
Yeah, he's talking about how he's subdividing
Yeah, okay.
people who do go
Yeah,
under.
yeah.
So he's
okay.
talking about Ngopo Mawas and guys like that. Okay. All right, here we go. By the way, the guy who's filling in the root text got it right for 2 verses in a row.
If we can
It's
find
not,
him,
he's not a serious role here. I have people, my friends, you know, they say, God, guess what? My exercise program's going really well. I got 2 days in a row now. Okay. All right, please read. Dr. Campbell wants to check you.
Shende nam tak chela so tarte wang tum kyor partel. Tel.
You're going up or down?
Kyor partel.
Good. Yeah.
Dak tang pungpo tene tak pa mim par tak par mawei chir.
Okay, cool.
Shende nam tak chela so tarte. So people of other schools,
Good.
they think that
Meaning non-Buddhist schools, right? Okay.
people of non-Buddhist schools, because of their belief, they are under the control of extreme views, like that things are permanent or cut.
Yeah, never changing or
ending. Yeah.
or never there.
Never there. Yeah. Because self and heaps, and they think that things like this, that there's a permanent self, there's an unchanging self, or parts of a person, things which aren't unchanging. They
when
claim,
you're discussing Tarta, when you're discussing these extreme views, it's always the result of another bad view. So try to read it that way.
I'm reading that. Yeah. Talk about me. Oh, because they don't think that things are just labels applied.
Good.
That things are merely labeled. Yeah.
Yeah, or that the me is actually labeled upon,
upon the me, upon the parts.
Okay, yeah. In other words, they don't believe they're coming from seeds, okay?
Yep.
Therefore, if the husband is not coming from my seeds, he must be lasting forever, because as we learned last week, or last class, I think Utpala's class, what makes things stop is that the seeds run out. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If things don't come from seeds, and if the seeds running out is why things stop, then they would last forever. Okay, like that. That's the whole point here. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, keep going. Dr. Campbell, you're still there.
Yang na rang de kachik tak mi tak la so tarn zin ki tawe chop par gyorbar tel lo.
Yeah, this was a nasty correction that I just found this morning. Okay. Yang na what?
Moreover,
Yep.
rang de kachik, stupid guys within our own schools.
Yeah, good. Why does he say yang na? Why does he say yang na?
Because he's still continuing to talk about people who are under the control of extreme views.
Yeah. And who did he talk about before?
Shende, people from other
Yeah,
schools.
Shende. He says also, I mean, it's not only a problem with non-Buddhists, we got problems with Buddhists. Okay. Yeah, here we go.
In addition to them, tak mi tak la so okay, so other people within our own schools talk me talk. I guess when they're saying they hold to extreme views like that things are unchanging
Or changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so talk is easy because if your husband is really coming from his own side, he could never change. But then when you misinterpret something as mitakpa, it means it should have been
Unchanging.
takpa. Yeah, so they misunderstand some kind of unchanging stuff. Okay.
Yeah. And so they are now Chokpa. I thought it was like friend. What does Chokpa mean?
I'll recite it for you. Tanzen tawe topa mingyoro.
Chokpa Mingyor. Oh, don't taken?
Taken
away.
Stolen away by wrong.
Stolen away. Yeah.
And that's one of the lines in the three principal paths, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Tsongkhapa's probably trying to push his own mixed nuts program book sales.
Maybe this is when he came up with it.
Hey, as I wrote in my other book.
Maybe he was inspired in this moment to write the three principal path.
That's true. That could be. All right, Dr. Campbell, one more.
Kong sak pung po la denne dak ba mimbar tel. Sem rang chen kong sak tu kalem ba tong pung bo orang chen tu kalem bei cheer.
Good.
Kong sak pung po la denne. So. Oh, okay. So people who think that
it must not be the case that
the parts of a person, that we label
good
the parts of a person.
Yeah, you could say it must not be the case that the luminous images flying out as seeds in my mind glue together a person from the parts of a person. Okay.
Yes.
That must not be the case because
Sam Rang Chen Gang Sak. Because
so to understand this line, you got to appreciate one thing. Is there any Buddhist school that says me is my mind?
Mind only?
Mind only.
Nope. Nope. Yuki number.
Yuki number Shepa
is the Gangsak, is the person.
Is there? No.
Yeah, there is. Lower middle way. Okay. Lower middle way says the witness of the talking in the mind. The person who listens to the talking in the mind is Kangsak. That's Nick. Nick is, if you really want to know who Nick is the person listening to Nick's thoughts.
I imagine when they say that they mean Matak Marchepa. Matak.
Well, it could be, but that's the point here. Okay.
Yeah.
They want to say, look, the person is not a theoretical concept laid over the parts of the person. The person is a real thing. The person's mind is the person. Okay. Sem Rang Sen. The actual mind itself, not a theoretical thing, not a labeled thing, not a conceptual thing.
Gangsak 2K
The real listener, the real witness of the mind is the concept.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That we accept that as being the person, or they accept that as being the person.
Yeah. He's not Dakpa. He's not a concept. He's not a construct. He's the real thing.
Interesting.
The mind is, yeah. And moreover, Nick's parts are there. They're real, you know. They're not Chichen. They're not some archetype. They are Rangten. They are really there. Okay. So this last sentence, who's saying it?
Well, is he being sarcastic, or is?
Well, he's just saying how the Rangdes make a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's just criticizing that independent school rather than the functionalists now.
Yeah, and what he's saying, he's trying to say, look, there are Buddhist schools who make the same mistake. Okay.
So it's Jason Kappa. I mean,
yeah, but it's interesting. It's kind of weird to end a discussion like that.
yeah.
Look, we got this problem even within our own schools. Here's two examples. Bye. Let's go on.
He's rushing.
Yeah, he is rushing. Yeah. Okay. Here's the second one, and you're going to be clever about what Gyor means here.
Well, this is the line we just did of how.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to read ahead, but
No, you don't need Shenwang to Gyurtso. Tarte Shenwang to Gyurtso.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
How they fall under the sway of extreme views. How people of our own school fall under the sway of extreme views.
Yeah. Now, technically, he already covered it.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Let's see where he goes. Yeah. I guess he's just going deeper into it. Okay. And who wants to check you is Adam. Okay. If Adam's awake.
Okay. I'm going to step up my pronunciation.
Uh-oh.
No.
Ava is whispering in his ear.
Nga por mawe rang de nam tar chiki tarte shenwang tu ngyor wartel. Nga ponam te kona ni tu jupar kelang bei chir.
Okay. Let me see here. I have to.
Functionalists, our own school.
I have to show you guys something. Oh, can you see?
Did we just do? Is this the same line we just did?
Can you see that?
No.
Oh.
No, you're gonna have to stop sharing, Geshe-la. And
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This is another Buddha has appeared.
uh-oh.
Oh my gosh, look at her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
I got the best grandkids of anybody.
True.
Be on your
Okay,
best
no
behavior,
problem.
Adam.
Rang Denam.
Yeah,
What's that?
the functionalists who are members of our
Yeah,
own
in our
school.
own schools,
Mhm.
they do Shenwang de Gyur, Tarte Shenwang de Gyur.
Fall under the control of extreme views like that things are unchanging or not there at all.
Great, 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 great. Okay, they do too, because
Because ngopanam te konani du jupar ke lang beche, because they accept that functioning things are thusness.
well, don't read it as thusness here. Read it as
The way things are, or the
exist in and of themselves, or something like that. Okay,
Mhm.
because they believe that if a thing functions, that makes it real. Okay.
Mhm. Could I say for Tekonani the way things are, or something like more a little more vague, since he didn't say
Well, what you cannot say is emptiness here.
sure.
You have to say they have some kind of nature of their own, or something like that. Okay.
Oh, okay. But that's their nature. Okay.
Which means in their school, fire is hot by itself,
Mhm.
and nobody made the fire hot. Okay.
Mhm.
Kya bata?
It must be the case, because Shinkiju things existed through some nature of their own. If things have some nature of their own, takbatang me na chepan kerwechu. They'd be unchanging. Or if
This
they-
is tough. If
if-
because all those things which are Rangshinki Drupa,
yeah,
if they do exist into the next chi second, okay, if they continue on into the next second, they have to be
unchanging,
yeah. And if they don't continue on into the next second, they have to be
non-existent.
yeah, or cut off, right? Yeah.
So that's what the chi is doing.
Yeah, it's a nice idea. If something exists from its own side, and it can survive into the second millisecond of its existence, it will never change. And if it cannot survive into the second of its millisecond, then it will never come back.
Through some nature of its own, right?
If it exists through some nature of its own, yeah.
Right.
It's a very profound sentence, actually. It's okay. All right. And
Cool.
by the way, again, this whole examination of Tarta is always a consequence of a previous wrong idea.
Holding to things as having some nature of their own.
Yeah. Okay. Here's his. What section are we in now? Read the big letters here.
Rang shin me par mawala te wang tu mingyor par tempo. A demonstration that you're not controlled, you're not fallen under the sway of those extreme views. If you profess no self nature.
Good. If things don't have any nature of their own. Okay, good. And here we go. Something's missing here. Okay. It's like a couple of sentences ago, he just said chichen and then he said chichen again,
Yeah.
Something's wrong here. Somebody's messing up the text or there's some serious problem with our text. Okay. So
Yeah. All right.
It's not even you see, because it's a towel on top of a towel, you see.
Yeah.
Rangshin mebatal, rather than a towel, it's a towel within a towel, which is theoretically possible, but it doesn't make any sense here. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What it's supposed to say is Rangshin mepa mawala. Okay. It's supposed to say Rangshin mepa mawala.
Yeah.
Tata Shenwang to Mingyora Tao. Okay. It's something like that. Okay. There's
makes sense.
serious problems with the text. Yeah.
or
Okay.
knee or something like that, right? But
Yeah.
also,
So
okay.
let's start at Chache and not worry about the
Okay.
first.
Yeah. I know what we're talking about. Chache tepar tokpe kangsak chechen. Tarte wang tu mingyor wartel.
Good.
Ngopo yang tak par chupa yang min lokpa ten me kyang min par tokpe chir.
Good.
Chache tepar. Consider people. Oh,
It's Jawa Dang Chepa.
okay. Jawa Dang Chipa. Okay. I'll see if that can help me. Consider people who realized that it's correct to have done what you had to do.
Anybody want to help here?
Or- Jawa Dang Chipa.
Chache.
Yeah.
How things, it means how things work. It's an idiom for the working of things,
Right.
the way the world works. So
You
the
know-
way the world works is still Tepa.
So consider people who understand that the way that the world works is still correct.
Yeah, which is means a higher middle way person. Even though it's empty, everything still works. You still get your legs crushed by the bus when it hits you. Okay, as Seiji would say. Okay. So let's take these smart people who realize that even though things are empty, they still work. Okay.
Okay. They are not under
Good.
the control of extreme views.
Good.
Puyang dak prajupuyang min lopaten me kyang min bartok bichir, because they realize that it's that that things are not that functioning things are not ultimate.
Okay. By the way, you got yang, which means neither are they blah blah and neither are they
Right.
blah.
Neither do they think that functioning things are real, I guess.
Good.
Nor
Good.
do they have the wrong idea that things are non-existent, I guess.
At all.
Tenmei,
Ten.
not.
Then me, yeah. So remember that Tarta always comes in two extremes, right?
Yep.
It exists through some nature of its own. And if it didn't, it wouldn't exist at all. Okay. Cool. All right. He's not helping us much, but here you go.
It is. It's totally like Terratel. Chui
Good.
Dawe Suknyan Shin Tu Rangshin Mepar Chachen Tepar Tokpe Chir.
Good.
It is like that. Chui Dawe Suknyan Shindu Rangshin Mepar Chaje Tepar, because they realize that it's correct that things function without
Good.
having any nature of their own, just like the reflection of the moon in a lake.
Yay. Okay, perfect. Let's go. Who's next here? Haggerty, you ready to pick on him?
Yep.
Lamla Njukpe Tula Kanki Korwaran Jukpatang Dope Q Kankorwaran Jukpatang Dope Tenki Gangsako.
Yeah, and this section came way, way long ago, which kind of indicates that we're coming down the home stretch. By the way, Nick, what's an easy way to tell how long we have to go?
What verse we're on, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. We know there are
60.
60 verses. That's the name of the book.
And
And we just hit 45.
75%.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
And the
So,
commentaries are just getting shorter.
Yeah. Okay. So he's switching over Jewa Topsush Topso, something wrong here.
Uh,
Anyway, we've reached the second large section, which is Lamla Juktu. What's that mean?
how to practice the path.
Yeah, if you understand that things are empty, and if you avoid the extremes of thinking that they don't exist at all, or that they existed the way you used to think, then how do you actually get going on this path? Okay. And
Yes, sir.
he's
And
going
I
to
think
cover that in two parts.
I think we did check the scan for that part, and we found that it was in fact she, and we thought that maybe it had to do with the idea of an original condition.
Something's wrong with it.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
back there. We checked it, but we'll
Okay.
double check it later.
Yeah, something stinky.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Lamla Jukbetsula. So, okay, you want to know now that we have all the theory under our belts, how do we proceed? How do we practice? And he's going to have two parts. What are they?
Gangi Kodawar Yupa. How we got into samsara?
And how you
Stop it, turn it back.
Yeah, what's the trigger that gets you into samsara and also gets you out if you stop it, right? Okay. So what's the trigger that gets you into samsara and gets you out if you stop it? And then secondly, who's the
Who Gang Kodawar and Jukpadam? Who are the people who get into samsara, and who are the people who turn it back?
Good. Then here means body and mind, right? So who's the person? Exactly what is it that keeps you here? And who is it that gets caught here? Okay. All right. Keep going.
Dampola Dorten Geshe To. First, we're going to have the briefer presentation, and then we're going to have an extensive explanation.
Good.
Okay. Dampola Korwar Jutsu Doktu Dokje Kikyu Kangla Teneng Sung Wao.
Yeah, almost surely there's three parts here, and there should have been a comma here. Okay, I believe. We'll see as we go on. But
yeah, I see. So how we get into samsara, how we stop samsara, and Dokje Kikyu Gangla Teneng, recognizing from recognizing the triggers that you can use to stop it.
Yeah, good. Identifying the specific triggers you can use to get out. Yeah. Okay. Good. And here comes the first one, which is, how does it happen that we get caught up in samsara? And here's his answer. And who wants to check you? Gelse, are you there?
Sort of.
All right. Open your other eye and read this thing and then listen.
Okay. Open your other eye. Whoa. Ngupo Densen ki lote kodwaran jukpe kyuhin te. Te na chak down ki kyurpe tanzin ki dawa namin ka. Maybe. Tang
There's something seriously wrong here. Okay.
Tang dawar kawa jungla chak dang la tene tsupa jungwei chir.
Yeah, we can get the pieces, but the main heart of the sentence is missing or something. Okay, so here we go.
Oh boy. Denzen kilo te quarterwater jupe gyuyen te. Yeah, the cause for getting yourself into the cycle of pain is having a mind that holds to functioning things as being real, and probably just things here, right?
Good. And that's true because
because if you were to do that, you're going to get desire and anger. Yeah. And that's kind of.
And you're going to get the two extreme wrong views that
Yeah.
that are the basis of desire and anger. And then there's a messed up part of the sentence. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh no.
And then let's say dawarka.
Uh-huh. Dawar ka. It's difficult to get out of it.
Good. And because of the chakdang, we have tsupa in the world.
Fighting.
Yeah, conflict in the world comes from these wrong views.
Mhm.
All right. Nipa.
Okay, secondly.
Oh, this is where we thought maybe you want to have a comma here. Oh dang, where'd it go?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where
Because we're going to talk about how to get out of it.
yeah, I'm sorry.
It was right above 46, Geshe-la.
Okay. My computer's, I think there's a bug in Word or something. It just jumps sometimes. It goes somewhere.
Is this because the cursor is left behind?
Yeah,
The
something like
selection
that.
is left behind, yeah.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, what I'm saying is here. There might have been
Yeah, I understand. It makes perfect sense.
yeah, which means now we're on the dokso.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Please read. Utpala, you want to check, I know.
Rangshin miparyangsu shena tarta tang nyamong malupar bongwarn gyorte ngopo denzin te tanzin ki dawar kunki gyute malupe or telope dokki nyamong tada dokparn gyorwe chir.
Yeah, this is, I think, I don't know, I'm starting to think somebody edited the book that messed it up. This is obviously has to be De Lopa, which is the opposite of what it says. So here we go. Rangshin mepa yongsu shena.
So when we really understand that things don't have any nature of their own,
we can get rid of tarta and nyomo.
We can get rid of extreme views and negative emotions, all of them, the various.
Because
Yes,
Denzen is the gyu of all times of guitar.
Totally, because believing that things are real is the cause of holding to extreme, all the views which hold to extreme views, all the views which hold to extreme positions.
Good. And if you were to stop that cause, you could stop all of your negative emotions. Okay.
Yeah.
So it has to say de lopa and not de malopa. Okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense.
And that confirms that the text was wrong and we fixed it correctly here. He's describing how to get out, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if our theory here is correct, there should be a third section coming up now. Yay, there it is. Okay. The fact that we have a third section proves that our correction up above was correct. Okay.
Also, we can delete your.
What is the third section? The third section is what exactly is the trigger you can use to get out? Let's identify it. Musumo. Okay. By the way, this musumo might distribute to all three. Identify how you get into samsara, identify how you get out of it, and then identify the trigger to get out of it. Okay, which is well run. All right, here we go. He's moving fast and we're moving fast.
Rangshin mipatenching drelway tun tongway korvale trowarn gyorte kong shik kienle kepa temake te la kepe rangshin yumayin she kienle keba rangshin ki ma kebar te ni kemba Chokki Sungbei Chir.
Okay, good. There's a whole phrase missing here. It's really frustrating, and we got to try to find a better edition, or maybe no one produced a better edition ever. I don't know.
When we
but,
see the
Rangshin-
meaning of dependence, that things don't have comma, that things don't have any nature of their own, comma.
Yeah, Rangshin Mepa Tension Dawe. No, when you perceive that the real meaning of dependent origination is emptiness.
Is
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. When you perceive that the meaning of dependent origination is emptiness, then you will correlate do.
Yeah, it will become free from samsara.
And then he quotes a famous 2 lines. "Kaje ken leke ba de ma ke, de la ke we rangshin yo ma yin." What's that mean? Anything which
Kangshi can anything which starts doesn't start.
anything which is born from kins,
Factors or causes
We're at time.
that
doesn't
never
start.
came.
Yeah, never.
Yeah, anything that comes from causes never came.
Yeah,
Okay.
never came. Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what? De la que we rangshin yo ma yin.
If something didn't come, it does not have any nature of its own.
Yeah.
Right?
Anything which comes from causes never, anything which starts from causes never started because it has no nature of having started. Okay. This should be Kiwi.
Because it has no nature of having started.
Yeah. Okay. And then he gives us a mini commentary. Please read that. Ken le kepa.
Again, is yema yin the same exact thing as saying may?
Exactly. Why did he use 3 syllables instead of 1?
To make meter.
He needed a poetry. Yeah. Okay. Oh, by the way, it can be more forceful than may. Okay. Don't exist. Okay. Like when you translate it sensitively, you have to bring out the no way it could exist or something like that. Okay. It's stronger than doesn't exist, right?
Okay, sorry. This quote.
Okay, yeah. Saying that things that come from causes don't come rangshingi.
Don't come from their own side.
Yeah, who said that? That Daini Kembacho.
The supreme sage himself.
What's Daini?
Thusness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr.
Emptiness himself.
Knower number 1. Okay. Mr. Emptiness knower number 1. Who's that?
Arinagarjuna.
Well, it happens to be Lord Buddha. Okay.
Oh, Buddha. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it could have been the Nagarjuna, I have to say.
Number 2, isn't he?
Since we're in his book.
Yeah. And by the way, I didn't have time this morning to find the original quotation for you, but I found a reference to where it comes from. Okay.
Cool.
So this is a tantra in the Tingir that quotes it. Okay.
I'll see if I can find it in the Kangir, of course.
He names the sutra.
Oh.
And I've looked it up 1,000 times, so you can find it.
Okay. So you know it's in the Kangir.
Yeah, and I can tell you the sutra, but it's probably the wording is slightly different. Okay. So please read starting here.
We're
Read
3
here.
minutes over.
Oh, we're over time. Louis Kelpo ma Drupe Shupa Sheja Wa Tekpa Chempoi Do Le Kyang.
Yeah. It's the Mahayana Sutra requested by the king of the Nagas called Anavatapta or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, meaning he lives in a body of water that never gets cold or something. So it's
Never gets-
Madrupa is ever warm. Okay.
Ever
Okay.
warm. Cool.
Or never warm or something like
Oh,
that.
never
Anyway,
warm.
he asked this, he requested this sutra. By the way, here's the whole verse. Anything that comes from causes doesn't start. It doesn't have a quality of starting. Anything that depends on causes is empty. Anyone who understands emptiness, that's what we call a master. So it's kind of telling that he said Kemba Chok. You see, whoever wrote this commentary knew what the last two lines were. You see, without mentioning them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We stop here.
Can I just translate the next section?
Yeah. Let me see. This would be more fun. The one that starts with Chiba.
Cool.
Okay. Those 4 lines. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. The rest is just the introduction. Yeah.
Very good.
Stop. Very good. We'll see you in how many minutes, Hanson?
So I'm gonna do a Q&A here.
Oh.
So everybody stick around in this link and I'll do a question and answer session. And then after that will be yoga with Uta.
And if you guys have time, it's very cool to come tonight at 5:30 if you want to know how the whole translation program works. 8:30 Asia AM.
Great. Thank you so much, Geshe Michael.
Thanks, Keshe.
Hey, see
Thanks,
you
Lisa.
soon.
See you guys soon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, translators.
Yay.
You guys have a hard job, really hard.
Yeah. You know what? You translators, I have a suggestion. You take a couple days off.
Thanks, Geshla.
Not
Can I take a
yet.
couple days off?
Can they wait till?
I'm feeling generous. Okay. Right.
All right.
Okay.
yeah.
See you guys later.
Thank you.
Hey, Tim, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
If I come to your house after this, will you take me to the college so I can look through my phone?